In this cup, I have put 2 scoops of amino energy. Here is a little trick for all you amino energy drinkers. LaCroix, amino energy. This is a great afternoon pick-me-up, and I could really use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold on, gotta stir this. A lot of people usually do this in a shaker, but I like it in a little glass here. Makes me feel a little classier. Today, Tuesday, March 7th. Yesterday, I made a video that was a bit of a rant, and I don't want to completely retract a bunch of my thoughts and expressions and feelings and things because I think they were honest and I think that they were good in some way. What I want to do is actually just say a couple things. First of all, something that I was saying yesterday that I feel like didn't come across quite well enough was I take responsibility for the situation that we are in. Knowing that if certain dominoes in life that we are setting up right now, we're just in the setup phase of the domino effect that results in massive amounts of potential illusory, imaginary dreams becoming reality. There's a lot of brainstorming, a lot of ideas, a lot of execution, a lot of trying to make things work and trying to make things click. The real estate firm that we started, we are just on the ground level, the threshing floor. This afternoon, for several hours, Doug, myself, and Bryant were just sitting, looking at a spreadsheet, walking through multiple scenarios of how this can go. If we set it up this way, or that way, or that way. And I know that I don't spend a whole lot of time talking about the big picture, and I like to stay in execution, and I like to stay in movement and action. But I undervalue, I've swung so extremely that I've almost completely undervalued the big picture. But the big picture is absolutely essential. So I'm going to talk about the big picture today. The big picture, for example, I plan on in the next 90 days, actually 89 now, no, 88 now, 88 days to, it might be 89. What day is it? Tuesday, 89. 89 days, I plan to put on 10 pounds. That's not gonna happen unless I know that that's the goal. If I zoom out from the big picture, forget the daily intake, forget all the things that go into that, I need to know what the goal is. So with the firm, with real estate, backing into it is critical. And seeing the big picture, taking enough time to step away, see the big picture, but not staying there too long to where we don't jump into action to get us to the big picture. Because believe it or not, time is moving and it's not waiting for any of us. I know it seems like I've got a lot of energy, but honestly, I haven't even started drinking. The big picture, that I'm excited for this year on multiple fronts. On the music front, we might have some really cool placements coming, which is energizing because it's been so long since things in that world have actually been moving. And I feel like we actually are getting a little bit of movement, a little bit of traction there, which is awesome. If you didn't know, fun fact, all the music up until now, what is this episode 48? This is episode 48. All the music was created by me or a band that I've been a part of, which is a fun fact. Music starting to take shape. We've got a big picture view of this is what we want to try to do by the end of the year. Move over. Real estate starting to take shape. We've got the skeletal structure for where we're going. And we have some ideas of how we're going to get there. In the gym, things are taking shape. Get an idea of what it's going to look like, what the backing up from deadlifting 400 to know what do I have to do daily to get to that place, squatting 300, like all these different things. Like what do I have to do in order to move that? I want to have a great relationship with my wife. That's a big goal. That's a big, crazy, scary, audacious, insane goal. You want to be close to your wife? Great. Now that you've established that as your goal, what do you do daily to not ensure, I wouldn't say ensure, but to move towards like, okay, today I'm gonna do the best I can to fulfill this specific goal in this specific area. You know, the one thing, Gary Keller, love the book. Love the book. Go get it, read it, or listen to it if you're like me and you just listen to what is the one thing that by doing it makes everything easier or unnecessary? What is the one thing that by doing it makes everything easier or unnecessary? Find that thing and do it every day. Then the other quote, until that one thing is done, everything else is a distraction. And having that level of clarity and focus is amazing. Like knowing that Monday through Friday I put up a video, clarity. That's one thing that I do every day that if I don't do it, I lose. But if I do it, I win. So finding those areas in each area of your life, and then, you know, I know like there's 4 things I got to do every day in order for the day to be successful, in order to back up and hit my goals, you know, and not, people set way too many goals at once. You can name any of the goals: losing 10 pounds, losing 5 pounds, losing 20, losing 100 pounds. Whatever the goal is, until you back it up into a day, you don't really have an actionable step. But until you have the goal, you're just walking around. It's like a map with it's like a phone, the GPS, but you haven't put in the destination. You don't know where you're going, so it's not going to give you turn by turn because you don't even know where you're going. So goal setting for big, huge picture, like deathbed picture, goal setting for yearly picture, goal setting for weekly picture, goal setting for the day. And then line them up, knock them down, dominoes.